KFC. Everybody likes Well, okay. Well, sorry. My bad. Everybody used to love KFC. KFC don't taste the same as it used to taste. It's a little different now. I don't know if necessarily they changed the ingredients, but they may have. But that's not really the focus of this reaction. Um, I don't know how many have seen the UK commercial for KFC. It's a different one. it's, it's very different. However, I think it's a good insight into advertising and how they lock people into product buying. One, and what they're really intent on doing to you through advertising, and not just advertising, the foods that you eat, what it does to you chemically in the mind, what it does to you in terms of coming back for more. It brings you almost to a point of worship of the thing. And that's oddly enough, in this commercial, you might see some things that might have you going, what the? So let's watch together, shall we? Again, viewer discretion is advised. And I'm not joking about that. Viewer discretion is advised. I'm going to pause right there and give you a little insight into one thing. Um, while chicken is delicious, and I will, I will tell you right now, I will not be giving up eating chicken for anybody. It is fried, curried, you name it, stewed. I'm gonna eat chicken. I just want you all to be aware of this. I will eat chicken. However, um, the chicken has been used in multiple different things. One such thing is an occult. Um, when it comes to like voodoo, they have a tendency to use this chicken, especially the life essence being the blood of the chicken, for certain things. And so when they just did that zoom in of the eye and the person transitioning from that fowl into the human being, do not get it twisted. That is indeed an occult symbol. All right. I just want people to understand where this is about to head to, because it's going to become even more clear, a whole lot more clear, once you see where this is going to go. But I had to insert that there because I'm sure, I'm 100% sure that that was intentional. As you can see, as you can see, um, again, the referencing in the music is also very pivotal to understand. Um, if we go back to like the African countries and even things like Haiti or the Caribbean, you will find this symbolism in music with the voodoo ritualistic stuff all over the place. Heavy drums, a lot of the ground stomping things, including the animal sacrificial stuff. That's still very prevalent today. This is not just a, oh, it's a happy-go-lucky commercial and they're just trying to stretch the envelope a little bit. There's more to it than that. Uh, Everything that you're going to see, including the fact that the egg is golden, will tell you about everything you need to know about this. And some people, well, they're just advertising food. Are they just advertising food? Everything seems to be taking our attention away from where it should be placed and having you worship everything but that. It keeps your emphasis and your mind on something outside of you and God. That's what it does. And just let's be honest about this. You cannot say that this is not something that has to do with a ritualistic, at minimum, type idea. and all of a sudden he goes stiff. Everything. Okay, have you maybe seen the movie "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou"? Maybe it's a very underrated movie. It's not very well known by many. It's more become like um, an occult film, not necessarily to do with cult, but it's become now one of those films that was perhaps maybe a B movie, but has become lore in film. If you've seen it, it's hilarious. It had quite a bit of religious symbolism. There's not a whole lot of worship of the occult in there. There's not that. Um, but there is one scene where they have just escaped from prison and they go down to this river. And there are a couple of scenes with the river. One is a baptism scene, but the other one, which is more akin to this, is where they find these three ladies. And these three ladies are almost like sirens. And they're there on the rocks and they're washing clothes, but they're beating their clothes on the ground and they're singing "Go to Sleep, Little Baby," and they're beating the clothes and they're singing. It's all very rhythmic and drum based, exactly like this. And they lure the men into a sleep and just lull them off and eventually rob them. Now, what you're seeing here is no different. And again, they put this stuff in front of you to have you make a choice. Are you going to follow it or not follow it? Are you going to give in or not give in? Now, this man just goes stiff. And mind you, don't forget that this is a chicken that's holding him up because it's a chicken becoming a human being. Now, what's going to happen next? It's twofold in symbolism. The upside down. Upside down. There are multiple things here. If you remember correctly, that there is a, and y'all can say, well, they're just trying to make it just like a drumstick. You put the drumstick in. No, you don't. You put the whole thing down flat. So don't give me, you might sweep it in, but please not make that stretch. There are a couple of things that are involved here. You see a rite of passage, almost like a session of people coming to do something to akin to worship. And now all of a sudden they have a man inverted upside down, kind of like how they do the upside down cross. And now you're going to go under and come up something like this. Believe in chicken. Now I want you to take a look at this stuff here. All right. Now I'll have you make your own assumptions of what's going to take place next with this piece of chicken. What do you think possibly is going to take place in this ritual that they're suggesting? They've just buried a man in something, hot oil maybe, fried him, brought him up, and is now presenting him to the masses who are looking almost as though they're very hungry. And now they're going to what, perhaps? This is my assumption. I don't know if it's yours, but I think they're trying to say they're about to eat this piece of chicken. Now, we all know it's not a piece of chicken, it's a man. So, what does that tell you that they're trying to encourage? Cannibalism. Again, it might be a stretch on my end, but I'm just watching what they're presenting. I'm just going based on what they present. They had a man go in water or liquid, come back up an edible piece of chicken, and they say, believe in chicken. Again, I don't know how people feel good putting this type of stuff up, but again, I understand who they follow. And they're banking on people just looking at this as just a fun, off-color kind of commercial, pushing the envelope a little bit, stepping away from the normal box of things. But this is not that. This is an invite to the occult. This is an invite to cultish worship of something other than who you should be worshiping. That's what this is. Golden egg in the back there. I mean, again, which comes first, chicken or egg? But I'll leave that one for a whole different point of view. But a golden image in the back, these people in front, frivolous and just fired up, and then this man is dunked, pulled up. She's holding out gravy and all, and they're looking very ravenous at this piece of chicken, only to be told, believe in chicken. They keep telling us what they want. They keep telling us their point of view, and they keep telling us their intent. The question here is, are we listening? Are we listening to what they're actually telling us? Because if we don't listen, the next issue that we're going to involve ourselves in is being too far down the street and unable to turn around. Now, do you think we've gone a little bit too overboard with our assessment? Are we reading too much into it? Is it just random symbolism and all that stuff is just not real, and you don't worry about it, it's not that big a deal? It's just chicken, man. Just eat it and enjoy. And just congratulate the people on being creative with their commercials. Or are they trying to sneak a whole different viewpoint and religion on us and mindset on us? And is it going to be something eventually that they're going to ask us to do? They already asked us to eat bugs. They already asked that. And now we know about the population control theory. Are they going to start asking us to eat ourselves? Just a thought. Food for thought. No pun intended. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments below, because this one I think could spark a pretty good discussion. I know there are going to be people that think that we just take things a little too far and too seriously, but I think the record proves that if we don't take things seriously, it eventually sneaks upon us, and then we say, oh man, I should have taken that seriously. I'd much rather be too serious about something and then have to be like, I was just a joke, than to think it's a joke and it become too serious, and then I can't get away from what damage is going to be done. We look forward to reading your comments, especially your thought processes on this particular chicken fiasco.
Training athletes, building leaders, changing communities. At Mentors for Life, sponsored by the Bully Me Bad Project, we provide free professional sports training and mentorship to youth with passion, drive, and the desire to grow. We connect them with top-tier coaching and leadership tools that unlock their full potential. Our athletes train with elite professionals like Coach Cedric Booty of CM3, who's worked with NBA players such as Jaden Ivey and Blake Wesley, and the dynamic team of Tevin Lake and Bobo from T2 Sports Performance. Together, they've trained standout athletes including Notre Dame football stars, NFL offensive lineman Danny Piner, and Kyron Williams. In a school or neighborhood of 1,000 youth, 5 redirected lives can mean 5 future leaders, 5 families spared heartbreak, and 5 powerful stories of hope. And this is backed by research from the Money Smart Athlete Foundation, which shows that athletes have a powerful influence on youth behavior, confidence, and long-term success. We don't just build athletes, we build mentors. High school students who complete our program will become certified Mentors for Life members and will be paid to speak, lead, and coach the next generation. To support Mentors for Life, all you have to do is click here if you're on a mobile device, or click here if you're on a computer to donate or learn more. Or you can reach us directly at mentorsforlife574@gmail.com. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mentors for Life. Donate today and help save our youth.